one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
From the New York Post, listen to this one here. We get this one. The Fed's stunning raids on Mayor Eric Adams' top administration officials and closest political allies have left the New York Police Department and City Hall in a state of shock, with paranoid police brass meeting in parking lots, according to sources. Several police executives were spotted last Monday meeting in the fenced-off secured lot instead of inside one police plaza, with law enforcement sources telling the Post that they're afraid the NYPD headquarters is bugged and their words are being recorded. Quote, the feds are telling us they can get to anybody, anytime, anywhere, says one source. And they go on. And that is unprecedented. Now, the mayor himself, who's had several different phone numbers and is known for using the encrypted messaging app Signal, has kept up with his practice, with one city council source saying the last number they had for his honor was 2 phones ago. Officials and administrators have also boosted their long-standing bug sweeps of NYPD headquarters, as well as several city vehicles, including any used by the mayor, according to sources. Now, even before last week's tumult, they had made daily rounds to ensure there were no hidden recording devices inside the building or the vehicles. But as the level of concern inside the administration has risen, so too has the frequency of the bug sweeps. Now, political sources said Ingrid Lewis Martin, not Martin and Lewis, Ingrid Lewis Martin, the mayor's chief advisor, has scolded people who might be saying a bit too much over possibly recorded lines, saying, quote, don't say that on the phone. Some recall her telling them just that during phone conversations. Her apparent hesitation to do business over the phone emerged after a Manhattan district attorney's office wiretap caught several people in the Adams administration, with the probe resulting in the indictment of ex-City Department of Buildings head Eric Ulrich on charges of taking bribes in exchange for political favors in September of 2023. He has pleaded not guilty. The following month, Manhattan federal prosecutors' investigation into Adams' 2021 campaign came to light with the raid on the Brooklyn home of his fundraiser, Brianna Suggs, who has been dubbed Lewis Martin's political goddaughter. The more recent raids are also tied to probes out of the Southern District of New York, but sources said they involve sweeping corruption and influence peddling and have resulted in an aura of absolute paranoia. Some officials have even equated the Fed's shock and awe style campaign to the London Blitz. That's where the Germans' ferocious month-long bombing campaign against the United Kingdom that sought to drive the Brits out of World War II. Quote, the New York Police Department is the mayor's most important agency, the agency he knows best. And the Fed sent the message that they could take out its critical infrastructure. The police, obviously. Among those ensnared by the federal dragnet are Police Commissioner Edward Tabon, Deputy Mayor for Public Safety Phil Banks, Schools Chancellor David Banks, and First Deputy Mayor Sheena Wright, according to law enforcement sources. Federal agents showed up at their homes early last Wednesday, waiving warrants and seizing their electronic devices. The feds have also targeted Phil and David Banks' brother, Terrence Banks, a former MTA official who has turned to consulting work, and top Adams aide Timothy Pearson, who has had his phone subpoenaed, among many others. And as of this time, no one has been accused of wrongdoing. But it's almost like the feds now, and maybe I don't know if it's um, relegated to the FBI primarily or alone, but it almost seems like, let's say, the FBI is just tired of this. It's almost like the federal government is just sick of this corruption and this, particularly law enforcement, cops doing wrong and police chiefs getting relieved of duty, you know. So they go after the NYPD. But then, like some people have said, maybe they went after the NYPD simply because they're trying to get to the infrastructure uh, of the mayor's uh, administration. Couldn't think of that word. I don't know. I'm talking a lot, but what I'm really getting down to is this. I think the federal government is kind of getting sick and tired of all these city governments, local governments, and law enforcement agencies ending up on the internet, social media, and in the news. They're just like, you know what? We're shutting them down. Right now, it's New York and the NYPD. Next, Los Angeles and the LAPD. I don't know. I think the LA Sheriff's Department definitely needs to be combed, and the Phoenix PD. Well, the feds have been looking at the Phoenix Police Department for what, a few years now. They're still screwing up. I don't think this is going to fix the NYPD. But the bottom line, what do you guys think this is all about?